Hello, my name is Derek Smith. I have over 20 years as a government federal special agent, and now I bring that experience to you at home in my Special Agent Combatives program.
Hello everybody, this is Derek Smith from Special Agent Combative System, and today I want to talk to you about women's self-defense tips and tactics, what to do or what to hit him with. Okay, so when it comes to women's self-defense training, there are generally two different theories that people have. One says that a woman can learn the same techniques, tactics, skills, and strategies as a man, and that self-defense is no different from men and women. The other camp says that the only thing that a woman needs to know is how to deliver a well-placed kick to the groin and she's home free. And I say that they're both full of it, basically. Self-defense for women is unique in that there are many strategies, tactics, skills, and self-defense techniques that can be applied equally well by both men and women. There are certain things that women should avoid and others that only they would need to worry about. Also, I have pointed out in a lot of my videos and other things, my self-defense courses and programs, that kicking a man in the groin, if not done correctly, could leave the female defender lying in a crumpled heap on the floor, wondering why her instructor's so-called guaranteed never to fail women's self-defense trick failed so miserably. So to clarify and to set you on the right track for success, I'm going to focus on weapons, both armed and unarmed, that you should add to your women's self-defense arsenal. First, effective body weapons for striking in women's self-defense. Hands. Now, there are many ways to shape the hand for striking. Some are better or worse, depending on the target area of your attacker's body. So as a rule of thumb, strike hard parts of the body with the skull, like the skull with the base of your hand, okay, with the base palm of your hand. That's the best way to strike a hard part of your body. It provides you with the same kind of damaging force as a clenched fist, while also resulting in less chance of you breaking your hand or receiving cuts from striking the chisel-like ridges of the face or the head or something like that. Use your clenched fist and your foreknuckles for the soft spots in the torso, like the sternum and things like that. Now, a fist would devastate the throat if you hit a person in the throat, but it's harder to get to compared to sneaking in a strong karate-like chop with the ridge of your hand or something, or with your forearm. Okay. Next is elbows and knees. Both of these are much harder than the hands, and they can inflict some serious injury to the head area, the torso area, and any weak points in the skeleton from the groin up. And since self-defense for women is usually at closer distances than attacks on men, because they try to grab a woman or something like that, the elbows and the knees are in better positions for delivering the kind of knockdown blows you need to get this bigger, heavy attack off you. Next is the feet. Now, great for striking the groin area and below, using the foot in a stamping-like fashion, crushing the toes or smaller bones in the person's foot with the bottom of your heel is the goal. So striking high in the groin, like you see in arts like karate and taekwondo and a lot of movie scenes, is a serious no-no, in my opinion. Kicking the upper body or head is only recommended if your attacker is already kneeling, bent over, or something like that on the ground where you can't take advantage of your raised leg if you miss. And trust me, you can miss. Okay. Now, hand-to-hand self-defense weapons and everyday items for women's self-defense. Number one is a kubotan. A kubotan is a short piece of metal, much like about the length of this pen I have here, often solid in the form of a self-defense. I'm sorry, not solid, but sold in the form of a self-defense keychain. Now, combining this very effective weapon with a training class where you learn simple but effective techniques and striking methods that you can use, it's highly recommended, as long as it's legal in your state that you live in. If not, you can use a similar item that looks less threatening and legal to carry, like this pen. You know, a pen can be very effective and used. The keys can be used. Various things you can use. I even teach it in my course. I teach improvised weapons, using things just around you, because just about anything you pick up, you know, can be used, including the edge of your phone, can be used as a weapon. Okay. I mentioned keys. So keys is the next one. A good strong key from your ring or your entire set held in the hand while walking to your car or your doorway can be very effective. And that's what I do all the time. You can use it for sticking or jabbing or hitting. So while a lot of women's self-defense courses will teach you to place the base of the key in your palm and let the key portion rest between your index and your middle finger, which I do sometimes, but this is actually not as strong. It's simply holding keys the same way that you would to open the lock. You go in like this and open the lock, and then you can use that for sticking. Now, of course, you can also hold a fob or other part of your keychain and use the keys in a flailing type motion as well. Let me tell you, when you put it in the palm of your hand and stick it out, that's a little bit harder using to slip out if you hit something truly. But if you use the jab within an eye, something like that, it can work more effectively. Now, I already talked about the ink pen. So a strong, solid pen. This is a nice pen, strong pen, preferably a metal frame. This is not a metal frame. It's a great tool for stabbing soft tissue areas. Now, the face would be a great area as well, even though it's a hard area, you know. It's thought of as hard because of facial sensitivity and things like that, but the face is a good place to stab with a pen. Use that in a stabbing motion, eyes, things like that. A pen is one of the best weapons and make a great substitute for the Kubotan or self-defense keychain when you can't get one or don't have one. Or if you're just walking around and you have a pen. The other objects include anything that is solid with a little weight to it and that fits in your hand, or something you can grasp tightly. It would do it in an emergency. So anything you can pick up, you know, fork, spoon. I'm going to use this fork pretty effectively, okay? Fork, spoon, anything you can pick up and grasp tightly would do it in an emergency. So a good example include rocks, bricks, glass bottle, pool ball, book, knife, hairbrush. How about even your purse? You can swing your purse and use that. Now, I've heard many instructors have their female students go through their purses during a women's self-defense course looking for all the different weapons inside. Women already have a lot of ready-made improvised weapons. Now, the reality is, if you don't already have it in your hand when the attack starts, forget about it. But that being said, you know, I have a wife, I have daughters. I've seen what many women put in their purses. Hell, if I was carrying something like that, I just use the purse, basically. So keep in mind that these are just a few ideas and by no means all the answers. I don't have all the answers. There are many ways that you can do something to protect yourself. The important thing, though, is to remember to always be in the proper mindset and have the warrior's attitude when it comes to effective women's self-defense designed to save your life and give you the greatest advantage. Even women's self-defense requires more than just a few karate moves. It involves the ability to think strategically and understand how to defend yourself with as little wear and tear on you as possible against an attacker who's probably going to be bigger, stronger, and determined to succeed. Okay? So again, I hope that you can take something away from this article, not article, but this blog, and you can go out and you can actually start training using some concepts. Also, I have plenty more videos down below and coming up. So please stay tuned, visit often. Also go ahead and check out my website. I have a free self-defense boot camp and also a manual to go with it for free, 10 techniques on it, taken from my self-defense video, my Special Agent Combative Course video that you can have for free. Just go to my website and get it. Again, Derek Smith, the Special Agent Combative System, and I'll see you in the next video.